Platforma network in the East Midlands and promoting the use of the Platforma website, which I'll talk a little bit about in a minute. So essentially, by combining kind of databases with our partners, Long Journey Home, we've kind of built up a good list of contacts and quite a sizable mailing list of around 100 artists and organisations, all of whom are relevant to the aim of the Platforma network. And from there, we focused on using three main resources which could be used as a way to support artists in the network, and also to try and develop it a little bit more in East Midlands and get it really established. So first of all, we have the Platforma website. Currently, it has 2,000 visitors a month and over 400 users, registered users who have created profiles on the website. This is just a screenshot of the front page. I'll go through a little bit and show you a few ways that it can be used a little bit later on. But essentially, it can be used in two ways. First of all, members can post opportunities about events and exhibitions, opportunities to get involved with kind of exhibiting work, calls for artists, any useful resources, and things like that. And as regional hub coordinators, we actively seek out content for the website. So any upcoming events and exhibitions that look like they'd be relevant, or any call for artists that people are looking for different artists to get involved, this is something that we put on the website and we actively try and upload content to. And we also seek input from other people as well. So if you sign up as a member of the Platforma website, you can then go on, you can post your own events, exhibitions, and it's a kind of really interesting way to sort of promote your own work to quite a specific sort of audience base, really, and kind of discover a few more diverse artists as well. And secondly, we also encourage artists to create their own profiles. It kind of works in a sort of social networking kind of way, so you can create a profile, you can upload your work, you can promote your own events and exhibitions, and that can be used as a resource for finding a wide range of artists, basically. So what we're doing at the moment is trying to encourage as many artists who are part of the network to upload content onto the website so that they can be easily found, basically, for various events and exhibitions. Secondly, we have the Platforma newsletter, which David has mentioned before. It's kind of an extension to the Platforma website in a way. We decided, as the East Midlands hub, that we should start kind of getting events and opportunities that are happening locally to our database of contacts. So what we include in the newsletter, this is just a bit of a screenshot as well about sort of the layout, how it looks. We kind of advertise upcoming events and exhibitions, but also there's a big focus on putting in any opportunities that we can find, so calls for artists, streams of funding, things like that. And we also do a featured artist section in this as well, where we kind of grab the work of some artists in the network and put it on there and circulate it as widely as possible, really. That's something that we provide. Finally, as well, we've been using artist networking meetings. This is just to say thanks to Sandra for the photo, where it was back in 2011 we ran a series of artist networking meetings that were an opportunity to bring together artists in the network, but also to use it as kind of a sounding board to see what kind of support the artists felt that they needed and how the network could sort of develop to meet those needs. So a few really interesting ideas came out of those first initial meetings last year, which included, there was ideas to provide more opportunities for artists in the network to showcase their work. The idea around supporting artists to build their profile in the UK art sector, and also to provide support with fundraising, marketing and promotion. So those were all kind of ideas that came out of our work that we did in 2011, which then really led us on to sort of developing this into our 2012 programme. So an application was made for the Grant for the Arts funding stream from the Arts Council. We were successful, which we're really happy about, and which brings us here today, really, to share what our plans are. So we have sort of three main really that kind of came out what we've done in 2011 and how we wanted to develop, which was first of all to continue with the support of the network, offer additional support for artists, and also a new one for this year is to develop a really high quality programme of events and exhibitions, which will provide a platform for artists in the network to showcase their work to a wide range of audiences. It's kind of getting their work out there is sort of the main aim, really. So, first of all, what we're planning to do, obviously with the continued coordination and development, we'll continue with our artist meetings and our e-newsletter. And we're going to continue to have a big focus on sort of pushing calls for artists and any other opportunities. Trying to get those opportunities out there so that artists in the network can find them and get involved and get those different events. In addition to our kind of core support, which will be artist networking meetings and newsletter, and also obviously continuing to update the website, we've also got plans to do a series of events and exhibitions. We've already put a call out for artists, which has had a great response so far to these various events that I'll go through in a second. We've had some fantastic applications, which goes to show what quality of work and really exciting artists that we could be working with over next year. So our first event that we're hoping to put together, or that we are putting together at the moment, is the Platforma East Midlands Live, which is going to be a series of live music and spoken word events that will take place across the East Midlands. It will feature poets, musicians and bands from the Platforma network. And as David mentioned before, our first event will be taking place during Night Festival 2012 in Old Market Square, and which also is actually taking place during Refugee Week as well. So the link up there is quite a nice thing. And then additional Platforma live events will be organised over the autumn as well. So we'll be continuing to work with artists throughout the year, really. Secondly, we'll be putting together a moving image showcase. So this will be open to moving image film artists from the network. And when I say the network, we are inviting East Midlands artists to apply, but also it's going out nationally to the refugee networks across the UK as well. So we're getting quite a wide range of people getting involved. And selected pieces for this programme will be toured to city centre locations and also to outdoor events and festivals across the East Midlands in the Art Rich Nanotech, which is a moving image gallery housed within a converted caravan. And we usually get a few perplexed looks when I mention caravan and moving image gallery in one go. So this is a photo of it. This is the Nanotech at the Soho Festival last July actually. And inside it's been all gutted and it is like a mini cinema essentially. So we take it around different festivals and events, showcasing lots of different works of art, including a programme of moving image works by artists from 6 continents, which we've got for Night Festival, and also now our Platforma showcase as well. And then finally, we're looking at having our Platforma East Midlands exhibition, which is open to all types of visual artists, paintings or sculptures, really, which will be curated by ourselves and will be ready to open from September 2012. And the exhibition itself will be adaptable to different spaces, so it will be ideal for foyer areas, cafes, even more formal gallery settings if needed. And the idea is there that we will be able to kind of put it up in a mainstream cultural arts venue, and then hopefully funding independent be able to tour it again around the East Midlands. So we plan to develop a really exciting and diverse programme of events and exhibitions that we hope will appeal to quite a wide range of audiences, and also raise the profile of the artists in the Platforma network. And again, if you're interested in hosting any part of the programme in the venue, then we'll help you get in touch and assist you with it. And in terms of your own work, I know that some of you here are representatives from arts venues, some of you are artists, event organisers. I just wanted to take these last few minutes just to kind of go through the Platforma website with you and kind of show how it can be used as a useful resource for your own work, as well as just kind of uploading content to it. So, as I've mentioned before, the Platforma website is really good. It's for promoting relevant events and exhibitions, discovering a diverse range of artists, bands, musicians and poets. We've got an awful lot of different artists who are involved in this work. And also sharing work and resources, and it can be used as a way to try and discover new ways of collaborating as well. You can post up opportunities and you can have a look at what other opportunities are happening at the time. So I thought that I would just go through and quickly show you the way that we can use the website. So first of all, the events section. The events section, this is the area where you can advertise, promote your events, all for free. If you sign up as a member of the website, you can post things that are interesting and relevant, and you've got kind of that audience base there. Like I said, there's around 2,000 people using the website, and as we've got down here, you can see we've got quite a wide range of things that happen. You can see where they're each one from, so Midlands, North West, all over the country really. Now this next part is the directory, which may well be one of the most useful resources that you might find on the Platforma website. And when you click on the directory, you'll see here there is an option to go through choosing different sort of art forms. If you're looking for an artist from a particular region, you can choose it, you can choose country of origin, and all of that is quite easy to kind of look at that. Performance and like that. And then this will come up with all of the artists who are part of that discipline. There's also a lot of profiles here, so I won't go through them, but there's a lot of exciting artists that are just waiting to be discovered. And also what we have is the regional hubs. So if you were interested to find out what was happening in the East Midlands locally or perhaps across the country, all you need to do is just find the regional hub, click on East Midlands, and it will come up with everything that's happening that we're doing in the East Midlands and everything else that people are posting to do with the East Midlands. So the news, the resources, the different opportunities, you can find it all here. And again, we have a gallery feature as well, where artists are invited to upload examples of their work. It's a really easy way just to kind of click on it and find some really interesting pieces of art. And finally, I'll just have a quick look at the artist profile section, which again is a good way to kind of discover new artists and get to know a little bit more about what we've kind of concept that we've got. So you can do that by clicking on the directory. I'll go on to our East Midlands one, because that seems to be most relevant. And say you were looking for some artists from East Midlands, we have our list here of people who've signed up to the website so far, and we're looking to get even more people signed up, even more people using the website, because that's how it's going to work best. People uploading content, sharing their work, and really kind of getting out there, I think. So we've got one artist, just to give an example of what the profile is like, and again, just to show you how it's a bit social networking as well in one. You've got the About Me section, and then opportunities to kind of upload examples of your work as well. So good for artists and people who are sort of looking for art. So this is the website. I hope you get a chance to have a browse through it later today, perhaps. Maybe even sign up if you were interested in kind of. You can sign up as an artist or as an organisation. So both of which you can start uploading content to it quite easily. we've got some information here at the front about how you can sign up. It's quite an easy process, to be honest. There's a little bit of information here if anyone wants to handle it. And
just handle those round.
oh, yeah, just take one. And thank you for listening. If there's any questions, please let me know. Did you want to add anything else?
Well, thanks, Hannah. That's great. It's really good to see the website. You haven't been aware of it before, and as Hannah said, it's really easy to sign up. So, I mean, almost even if you're not sure how you might want to use it, I suggest go on and sign up to it and have that access to it, because I think there's a huge potential in this, and it's going to really expand over the next year or so. So, opportunities to find new artists, as an artist, to share your work, and just to spread the word around. The more people who are using it, and the more events that are on there, then the more effective it becomes. So, can we just finish off, and then, as Hannah said, there's loads of food left, so go and help yourselves to some more, or something to drink. But are there any questions people have got either for Rita or on Celebrating Sanctuary, or for Hannah on the, or for me for that matter, on the East Midlands Network and Platforma? Yes.
I don't know if this is answered that easily, but Rita, I'm just interested to know that the festival, how you went about getting that up and going, really.
Like I said, we were quite fortunate in that Coin Street Festival was already there and happening. They do a series of festivals during the summer, and Max and I were and still do a certain amount of programming for them. So we had that link, in there. However, I mean, with all the places we've worked with, it's because we've had links with them before. But it's really, I suppose, if you don't have links with a venue, finding out venues that have a similar vision for this time, and at the moment, I would have thought quite a few venues, different institutions would be up for collaborations and for new ideas. I mean, even if you think libraries, they're getting shut down all the time. So, the more we can revitalise them, the better. And start small and then just build. Small is beautiful. I like small. It's easier to handle.
Yes.
But, did that answer it?
In terms of it just looked like you had such a vast range of people involved, and people offering their different art forms. Were they links you largely had before, or did you sort of put out auditions? Or
what we do is we tap into, we get in touch with various refugee communities. It's great having the Refugee Council there, because they are there and established, people do often get in touch with them through their different programs and events, and we track down refugee communities and see what they're doing, see what's up. So, this will be our 13th event, so we've cemented quite a few relationships, but at the same time we've lost quite a few along the way as well, as people have been dispersed out of London. The communities aren't supported so much by the arts councils and things, so that the art side of what they do is usually the first thing to go. So you're forever really just researching and learning, which is why Platforma is a really wonderful resource to have. Absolutely.
Okay, thanks. That's really interesting.
Hi. Obviously, my interest is going to be in the wordy bits for what you do in the hospitality, the spoken music, live music, spoken word series of events across the East Midlands. And I was thinking about the Lyric Lounge, actually, that there might be a discussion to be had, repurposing that or phasing that in your direction, more in 2013. Basically, it's a spoken word mini festival which occurs in different parts of the region, and has some for the last 2 or 3 years. So, contribution we can make.
Good point. Yeah, we'll have a chat about that. And actually, interestingly, we've also just secured some additional European funding to do some further storytelling as part of night festivals, which I think I mentioned to you earlier. So that again will lead into that kind of discussion. I think it's interesting the way a lot of these things cross over. You know, the Our Night of Festivals festival wasn't. It has a natural connection with Platforma, and you know, there's all kinds of ways that Platforma embeds into the work of many different organisations and people, and I think the more we can develop that. And what I'm really interested in is when Rita was talking about collaborations that have come out of this work, you know, artists starting working together who would never have come across each other before, new kinds of work being created because of it. That's what's really exciting, and never mind the value of supporting artists because they've had bad experiences. It's about, you know, ultimately seeing the way that refugee artists can actually influence the culture and bring new dimensions.
Any other questions?
Well, I was a question about the Platforma website.
Yeah.
I've been looking for more of their profiles. Like, when you change your profile photos to trusted, it just doesn't, I don't know, it just doesn't work. I think last time it did it like in a 2-day period. I was just wondering if there was tips to like, if I'm doing it wrong.
I think they've got a standard size photo, so it might be that the photo is too big or too small.
Yeah. It's quite precise too. It has to be 680 by 480 pixels.
Okay.
We've got your contact information, obviously. Could you follow that through, Hannah, and find out? All right. Okay.
Carry on from that.
Yeah. So we'll make sure we come back to you and give you the answer on that. And that, I mean, that's a really good point for anybody else who does go on and is having any technical problems. Let us know, because at the end of the day, nationally, it needs to be resolved and sorted out, and there will always be teething problems with these things that need to be worked through. Well, thank you all very much for coming. It's great to see so many people from so many different organisations, so many different artists here, and I hope we will be talking to you all about engagement with Platforma and the work that's happening. And do if you've got time, go and grab some more food. Otherwise, the Phoenix team are going to have an awful lot to eat. Thanks again.
Can I just say, just before everybody kind of goes, this year, Stuart Brown, Long Journey Home, and also Nottingham Beyond Borders, we've got a newspaper coming out across the region this year. The previous 2 years, Beyond Borders has just come out in Nottingham, but this year it's going to be in Leicester and Derby and Nottingham. So due out next week, 3 weeks before Refugee Week. So a lot of interviews with artists in the region, a lot of interesting stuff in there generally. Look out for it, really. It's called Beyond Borders. Okay, so it'll be on the streets next week. Well, it probably won't be on the streets, but it'll be around. It'll be around.
Thanks.
Thank you. Cheers.